Hey folks, it is just past 12 o'clock on a Sunday. Happy Sunday. I just did a virtual tour of the first condo I'm looking at. Well, I don't have any others lined up, but this was the first place that caught my eye. My realtor was there, and then the seller's realtor was there. They were in LA, so I FaceTimed with them and I saw the place that way. That realtor knew how to sell the place. Like, he knew every nook and cranny of that place. I think that this particular place though, it was clear that millennial bachelor designed this place. One probably that has a little bit of money to spend. So the place itself is not very expensive, but there's like a super high-end cooktop in it. It's not something I would ever benefit from. But he put speakers into the ceiling, and then he also put all like the internet speaker cabling into a closet, which is something I love and I would do myself, but it's extremely rare to see. So my realtor and the owner's realtor, they're talking right now. I'm off the FaceTime with them, obviously, and I'll talk to my realtor afterwards about next steps. There's another place I was looking at that is not as updated. It wasn't like really recently remodeled. It doesn't have speakers or cabling or all that kind of stuff, but it's, I think, a much larger place. It's like 200 square feet larger, which is really substantial. It's like the size of a large studio apartment. And then you also put in a 1-bedroom in addition. I would need to do some work. That place, theoretically, it's nice to see that there are at least a few listings out there that are well within what I'm comfortable paying and I can afford, that I feel like are places I can see myself being happy with. Either a place like the one I saw where it's a little bit smaller, but everything's been updated, it's really turnkey, versus there's another place which I haven't seen yet, but looking at the listing, it's a larger place and I love just having like more space. It is not that bad in the inside, but it needs just like a little bit of work. Meanwhile, right outside my window, they're still doing work on this Sunday. A few of you have been making fun of me for how dirty my toaster oven is. So today, for the chore of the weekend, I am going to clean my toaster oven. Okay, so I can't clean the oven because I don't have baking soda. Because I thought I could maybe just like scrub all that off, but I was able to scrape a little bit of it off, but I Googled it and it said I need baking soda. So I'll get some baking soda, then we can continue to clean it. I did clear the crumb tray though. Look at how shiny that crumb tray is. Just don't look at the rest of the oven. I've not ventured into the news headlines in a while. It's really refreshing to not read the news all the time during like the whole coronavirus thing, because the headlines are so monotonous, you know? It's always just like numbers, 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 but it's like not particularly helpful. Let's have a look today. Penn said something useless. Numbers. Something is reopening. Trump said something, I don't care. More numbers. Some governor says something useless. Numbers. Okay, numbers. That's pretty much it. None of it is useful. I get why they're tracking the numbers. For someone like me, reading all the numbers serves no purpose. It might even have the opposite effect, because sometimes you just read so much into all the statistics and you just like freak yourself out. Put the news away. I want to talk about RuPaul's Drag Race because I am getting into it now. So I actually watched 2 episodes last night. So I watched Snatch Game, which was the 5th episode. And I also watched the Madonna thing, which was the 6th episode. Spoiler alert, if you not watch up till and including the Madonna episode, which is episode number 6, turn this off right now. I have to like bring it back up to give you the commentary because I don't even fully remember all the queens' names yet. So as always, Snatch Game, I have this opinion every season, and they actually mentioned it in the workroom when they were prepping for it. This is the only thing on Drag Race where you know it's going to happen and you know exactly what the challenge is. Like, you can spend months and months and months preparing. It's not like something that's thrown at you like a couple of days before you have to do that challenge and you have to scramble and figure it out, and it's not in your wheelhouse, okay? There's Snatch Game every single season. Snatch Game is identical every single season for many seasons now. So I feel like there's no excuse to do horribly in Snatch Game. You should have practiced and prepped for it so much when you found out that you were going on the show. Even before you found out you were going to the show, if you really were trying to get onto RuPaul's Drag Race, this is something that you probably should be preparing for. How did the queens do? A good number of them did pretty well. I think most of them did pretty well. But every season, there are some people that just bombed. Maria the Robot was genius. It was a big risk, but it paid off. So I agree that she won the challenge. Aiden missed the mark. They were getting all this advice from Rue in the workroom. I think Rue does this every time. Like, every time a Snatch Game, Rue goes into the workroom, talks to all the queens, and tries to give them like advice. And she always says, make it funny. She said that a million times to lots of queens every season in the workroom on the Snatch Game episode. And there are queens that are not funny, but most of them I think actually did like pretty well. It was like pretty entertaining Snatch Game, to be completely honest. And it wasn't like a total shit show. It wasn't like queens throwing each other under the bus or like completely talking over each other with it enough to even know who Poppy is at all. But the viewer doesn't even have to know the character you're playing for it to be a really awesome Snatch Game. Ben de la Creme, in her season, she did, don't remember the character, like the name. The character itself, I didn't know who she was, but she was fucking hilarious. As long as you can make it funny and make it entertaining, you're fine. And the audience doesn't even need to know the character you're playing at all. Britta is good at being herself, but I think she has problems embodying someone else. Because yeah, in the Snatch Game, I didn't really get Jennifer Holliday, I just got Britta. In the Madonna episode, again, on the stage, I didn't get any Madonna, I just got Britta. I will say, Jada's, I was pleasantly surprised by her performance. I got like that itsy bit, little bit uncomfortable watching it because it was like quite sexual. I don't know if that was like in her comfort zone to do it. And I was thinking like, oh, AOC is watching this. Should it be this hot on stage with her right there? Because it's Sunday, I ordered delivery again. And you can guess what I ordered. It is exactly what I ordered last week. So in last week's order, I didn't see it until I was about to pack the empty boxes back into the bag it came in, but they gave me a bottle of, this is like a Korean yogurt. It's not like regular yogurt, it's very liquidy. And it just tastes kind of sweet. I used to drink them sometimes when I was a kid. So maybe they are recognizing that I order from them every Sunday. Maybe they recognize my name, because this time, they gave me an entire pack of it. And it's definitely not on the order. I didn't get it on my first order. We'll probably order this again next weekend. We'll see what else they throw in. I'll keep giving them business. Their food is delicious. Good. So to wrap up the night, to settle in, I think maybe I'll watch the next episode of RuPaul's Drag Race. I'm invested enough now that I like actually want to watch it. So we'll see what happens. Tomorrow's Monday, Boo Monday, but at least the days are kind of sort of going by pretty fast. Maybe sooner rather than later, we will find a place to buy my dream home. All right, until tomorrow. Bye, YouTube.